Video credit goes to
It's
Honor of
raining again.
Kings.
I don't know why, but it rains on every mission I go on. My name is Lamb. I am the assassin. This time, the target is a child called Cyan.
Been slain. Ace. Fabulous. Try all you want. Victory. You can't beat me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into the top 15 jungling heroes in Honor of Kings. Whether you're looking to climb the ranks or just want to know which heroes are dominating the jungle right now, we've got you covered. Let's get into it. Number 15. Sima Yi.
Sima Yi is a highly mobile mage assassin whose ultimate basic attack 2, basic attack 1, basic attack skill combo lets him clean up the battlefield at long range. Sima Yi skills consume energy and enhance his next basic attack when he uses them, while defeating enemies lets him restore energy and also increase his max energy level. His skill 1 unleashes a fast-moving spirit that deals damage to enemies, while his skill 2 deals damage to and silences nearby enemies. His ultimate allows him to dash to the target area and deal damage. Prioritize upgrading his ultimate or skill 2 when the ult is not available.
Number 14. Yukio Takabana.
Killing spree.
Yukio Tachibana is an assassin jungler with very high skill burst damage. His BA2 Alt 1-1 combo deals massive damage in a short period of time to defeat enemies. He gains enhanced basic attacks periodically. With skill 1, he dashes backward to slash enemies. With skill 2, he damages and stuns frontal targets. With his ultimate, he deals damage multiple times and recovers health. In terms of skill learning, he should prioritize his ultimate. If unavailable, he should prioritize skill 2.
Number 13. Luna.
Luna is a mage with extremely high mobility. Her basic 1 BA ult BA 2-3 BA combo is used to ambush and defeat enemies. She dashes toward the target with her first basic attack, and her third basic attack is enhanced. Every enhanced basic attack and skill that lands places marks on the enemy. Her skill 1 deals damage with a shockwave. With skill 2, she pulls surrounding enemies to her, stunning and slowing them. Her ultimate is a dash skill that refreshes her cooldown when she hits marked enemies. In terms of skill learning, she should prioritize her ultimate. If unavailable, she should prioritize skill 1.
Number 12. Ying.
I'll take care care of you today. Now, where is it? Oh no!
Ying is a fighter-type hero with good crowd controls and strong damage output. With her 2-1 ult, BA, ult skill combo, she can make good use of these advantages while darting in and out of combat. Her basic attack becomes enhanced each time she uses a skill. Her skill 1 lets her launch all enemies and deal damage to them, while her skill 2 allows her to dash after sprinting for a short time. Her ultimate allows her to dash forward while launching enemies in her path. She can even use the ult a second time to deal some extra damage. Learn skill 1 at spawn and her ultimate as soon as possible. When the ult is not available, upgrade her skill 2.
Number 11. Cirrus.
Prejudice.
Rampage!
Cirrus is an assassin hero with powerful cleanup abilities. His basic combo 1, basic attack, 2, basic attack, ultimate basic attack can quickly defeat squishy enemies. After level 4, he becomes airborne indefinitely. His basic attacks inflict gouge on enemies, dealing damage to them as they move. With skill 1, he charges up and dashes forward, gaining a shield and inflicting stun on targets hit. With skill 2, he sends out wind blades that deal damage and make his basic attacks launch more razor-sharp feathers. His ultimate grants him brief damage immunity. It also sweeps target heroes up into the air, and these heroes cannot be targeted. Then, he deals damage to them when they hit the ground. In terms of skill learning, prioritize their ultimate. If that's unavailable, prioritize skill 1.
Number 10. Li Bai.
Li Bai is a cleanup assassin who can perform a series of quick dashes to take down enemies. His 1BA, 1BA, 2 Alt 1 skill combo lets him unlock his ultimate to deliver massive amounts of damage. Li Bai's basic attacks grant sword energy, which when stacked 4 times grants him access to his ultimate. His skill 1 allows him to dash forward twice, dealing damage to enemies in his path while gaining sword energy at the same time. Using skill 1 for a third time returns him to the start of his first dash. His skill 2 grants him damage immunity for a short time and slows enemies, while his ultimate lets him transform into sword energy and slash swiftly several times for high amounts of damage. Prioritize upgrading his ultimate or skill 1 if the ult is not available.
Number 9. Butterfly.
An ally has been slain! Legendary! Double kill! Nice killing! Flash! Triple kill! Quadra kill! Pentakill!
Butterfly is an assassin who relies on cooldown reductions and resets to use her skills frequently in combat. Once she accumulates 3 marks, she can unleash her ult 1 BA 2 BA ult skill combo repeatedly to deal lots of damage. All she needs to do to get a new mark is to kill any enemy unit, and when she gets 3 marks, the next skill she uses will not enter cooldown. Butterfly can also use her skill 1 to get a shield and speed boost, her skill 2 to slow enemies, and her ultimate to leap at and mark a target enemy. Defeating that enemy within a certain time will reset the cooldown of her ultimate. In terms of skill upgrades, prioritize her ultimate. When the ultimate isn't available, upgrade her skill 2 instead.
Number 8. Nakoruru.
Nakoruru is an assassin jungler with high mobility and burst damage. Her Alt-1, Alt-BA, 2-BA combo can wipe out enemy carries in an instant. She gains enhanced basic attacks when her skills hit enemies. Her skill 1 deals damage and marks enemies. With skill 2, she dashes forward, dealing damage and recovering health. Her ultimate grants a movement speed boost on first use, then deals area damage to enemies on second use. In terms of skill learning, she should prioritize her ultimate. If unavailable, she should prioritize skill 1.
Number 7. Zilong.
My spear is burning.
Number 6. Oghren.
Who has been chosen to bring an end to the wilting tree.
I hope there will never again be wandering soul.
An enemy has been slain. Fabulous. Double kill. Triple kill. Legendary.
Life is but a journey, and most.
Oghren is a fighter with both offense and defense capabilities. Use 1, ultimate, 2, basic attack to quickly approach and kill the enemy carry. His basic attacks link enemies to deal damage over time and deal higher damage at the end. His skill 1 creates a path that deals damage, and he ignores terrains and gains movement speed while on the path. Use the skill again to get basic attack Grievous effect for a short period of time. Skill 2 deals damage to enemies ahead and enhances basic attacks. The ultimate deals damage to nearby enemies, restoring his health and creates spirits. After he lands, he gains basic attack Grievous effect for a period of time. In terms of skill learning, prioritize their ultimate. If that is unavailable, prioritize skill 2.
Number 5. Wukong.
Believe it?
Unstoppable. Double kill.
72 transformation.
Triple kill.
Wukong is a burst assassin who relies on critical damage. His unique leaping staff technique and immunity skill mechanics grant him explosive damage output, but also a certain amount of protection ability. He's a truly formidable hero in combat. Passive skill, the Great Sage. When Wukong uses a skill, his next basic attack becomes a powerful smash, where he charges at the target to deal physical damage. This damage fully benefits from crit rate bonuses. Wukong has a base critical rate, but only deals partial base critical damage. Skill 1, Protective Shroud. Wukong chants a protective spell that resists the next enemy skill. If a skill is successfully resisted, he becomes invincible and gains a shield for a short period of time. Wukong also gets a movement speed increase when activating the skill. Skill 2, Furious Advance. Wukong dashes in the target direction. If he hits a non-friendly unit, he leaps up and gets a movement speed increase. Basic attacks or skills will interrupt this leap. Dashing into monsters will deal true damage to them. Ultimate, Golden Cudgel. Wukong deals physical damage to enemies within range, stuns them, and places multiple marks on them. When his basic attacks hit a marked enemy, they lose a mark and take extra physical damage. This combo, which opens with skill 2, is mainly used to dart in and out of the enemy formation, making it easier to chase and obliterate enemies. Starting this ambush combo with his ultimate allows Wukong to stack marks first, creating a higher damage combo. Wukong can learn skill 2 at level 1, then use its Staff Leap Grievous mechanic to clear the jungle quickly. Once he has the Eternity Blade, he really comes into his strength. Wukong's skill 1 can resist enemy skills, which is a very powerful effect. Timing its use in order to resist crucial skills is essential for defeating stronger enemies and counterattacking when he has low health. The mechanics of skill 2 really give play to Wukong's flexibility. Proper use of his Staff Leap allows him to escape with ease after killing enemies. In the early game, Wukong can focus on farming, sharing minion waves with teammates to accelerate his earning and farming. Once he gets the Eternity Blade, he can begin to exert his true strength. In the mid to late game, Wukong becomes very strong. In addition to his strong self-defense ability, he can also deal explosive critical damage. In team fights, he can use his skill 2 leaping staff technique to jump into crowds and deal explosive damage.
Number 4. Dian Wei. Number 3. Lamb.
It's raining again. I don't know why, but it rains on every mission I go on. My name is Lamb. I am the assassin. This time, the target is a child called Cyan.
Deep Predator, Lan. Lan is a high-threat assassin specialized in aggressive backline dashes. With a unique ability to push the attack upon entering, Lan can obliterate enemies and destroy formations. Timing the engagement right makes taking down enemies a breeze. When the enemy's health drops below a certain percentage, Lan will view them as prey. Lan's skills and basic attacks deal additional true damage to prey. Lan submerges himself in water, increasing his movement speed. When this duration ends, he leaps out of the water, returning some of the cooldown. Using Wavebreaker while submerged will cause Lan to deal physical damage and slow targets. In the river, there's no limit on the effect's duration. If there are hero prey within range, his movement speed will be boosted even more. Attacks nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. Lan gains 1 mark for every time an enemy's hit, which Lan can then follow up with a basic attack that consumes 1 mark each time, dealing physical damage and recovering health. Each follow-up attack reduces the cooldown of Space Split. Using Space Split while submerged makes Lan dash and reduces the cooldown of Wavebreaker. Lan reduces the speed of enemies in his path and rushes forward in a certain direction, dragging enemies along the way with him and dealing physical damage. Using Death from below while submerged activates the effect and reduces the cooldown of Wavebreaker. Lan unleashes a combo with Skill 1 and Skill 2, which is great for stacking multiple marks with Skill 2. Starting with Lan's Skill 1 or Skill 3 makes it easy to inflict controls and obliterate enemies. At level 1, upgrade Lan's Skill 2 to clear the jungle. Thanks to his diving ability and increased movement speed, Lan can quickly rotate lanes to give support. Focus on his strengths by farming Lan and tackling minion waves with teammates, and build up your gold to crush the enemy. Lan's Skill 2 stacks more marks based on the number of enemies hit. When using Skill 2, try to hit multiple targets to stack enough marks. When rotating lanes to support, avoid using Skill 1's dash effect consecutively, as it extends the cooldown. Prioritize using Lan's ultimate and Skill 3 on multiple targets to hit more enemies with Skill 2 and stack additional marks. In the early game, Lan doesn't excel in combat and relies on Sage buffs. Leverage his mobility and focus on jungling and farming before equipping Axe of Torment and engaging in fights. In the mid-game, Lan becomes more potent with reduced cooldowns, especially when the enemy backline lacks defensive items. Rely on Lan's high mobility and ultimate to dive and disrupt the enemy's backline, setting the pace of the game. In the late game, Lan's damage output diminishes and can require a more cautious approach in teamfights by entering later or flanking to disrupt the enemy formation.
Number 2. Prince of Lanling. Number 1. Mushashi.
Mushashi is an assassin that excels at chasing after his targets. Skill 2 followed by a basic attack, Skill 1, another basic attack, his ult, and a final basic attack is the perfect way to catch running targets. His skills enhance his basic attack to reduce skill cooldowns when they hit enemies. His Skill 1 unleashes a wave of energy that blocks projectiles. Skill 2 lets him dash forward, then grants a shield and returns some of the skill's cooldown if it hits an enemy. His ult lets him lock onto an enemy and charge at them, gaining damage immunity during the charge, delaying enemy health recovery, and launching nearby enemies at the end of the charge. Prioritize upgrading the ultimate, or Skill 2 if the ultimate's not available.